This wrestling episode of the Nerd Corporation podcast may contain spoilers and explicit language. Listener discretion is advised. We are Nerd Corp Wrestling.
What up, everybody, and welcome to the first review for Nerd Corp Wrestling. My name is Eddie Lyon, and I got two special guests with me. I've got my dude, Mercen, part of Small Time Entertainment.
What up, though, from the land of the South? You know what I'm talking about?
Let's go. And I got my dude, Jordan Curdy, with me as well.
What's good?
And welcome to the Royal Rumble review. We just got done watching the Royal Rumble, and holy shit.
Good God, bro.
It was wild.
Crazy shit.
Yeah, it was quite
Crazy shit.
quite the event. So we're gonna get right into it. They started off with the men's Royal Rumble, which I thought was wild.
Was not expecting that at all.
No, they usually don't start off straight with the Royal Rumble. It was crazy.
And if they do, they start off with like the women's Rumble.
One first.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
But my expectation was for Cody Rhodes to win.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I feel like it went as expected.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, and that was who won. The way that we rate these matches is we talk about who we expected to win, who did win, and our favorite highlights from the match itself. After we get done talking about all of that, we do a 5-star rating, 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. What were some of your guys' favorite highlights?
I expected a lot more surprises.
I did too.
Yeah.
I really did. I like that they had Imperium go the whole way.
Yeah, dude.
Gunther.
Yeah, Gunther.
Like
Had him start
Gunther, they made him look strong as shit.
They really did. They really did. He came out fucking popping too. Like it was him and Sheamus as number 1 and number 2, and they just went at it, bro. Like I mean, they took off.
And you know they got a history of having bangers.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
That match at SummerSlam was match of the year to a lot of people. So
Two of the stiffest superstars.
like they really out there punching you, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So do you think that this is leading up to something as a feud between those two?
I would imagine like a Sheamus Intercontinental push. That'd be kind of cool. But I mean, yeah, because just the night before, as of this recording, they were on SmackDown and they forfeited being in that tag team contenders match. So
Right.
So I mean, hey, if this is a push for Sheamus, I'm all about it, dude.
Look, that's cool. Like they've had great confrontations, but I really want to see what they kind of foreshadowed. I want to see that Brock and Gunther match.
I could see that.
That's what I want to see.
Dude, when they got like face to face,
Yeah.
I was like, give me that.
Cause it's been rumored. Like
Yeah.
I've been hearing about it and seeing them face to face, standing there looking at each
It
other.
looked strong, and it looked like everybody in the crowd was down for it.
Yeah,
Like,
it got popped.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
I think that's the way to go. If we talking about WrestleMania attractions, I think that's the way to go.
That would be a good way, but it's weird that because I've been hearing all the rumors about Stone Cold, Brock Lesnar,
Yeah.
Rock, and Roman.
Yeah.
But like, where are those rumors coming from? And then they're setting all
The
these
sources,
other things
yeah.
up. It's just like
There's no
what's
more,
really gonna happen?
There's no more kayfabe anyway. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? There's none of that no more.
It's weird.
The internet has ruined motherfucking kayfabe, bro.
Oh, absolutely.
It's hard.
Am I even saying the word right? Like,
Yeah, kayfabe. Yeah.
Am I saying
But
the shit?
in a way, it's weird because there's still kayfabe because you don't know what to believe.
Right.
Yeah, it's like it's not completely, it's not 100%, but it's like
It's not like how
there used to never be nothing. You
Right.
didn't know shit until it happened.
Right, like you would never have to get out of
So
character.
it's not like that no more. It's it's given a lot of stuff is
They
rumored.
put it
give
out there
away
for a
before.
reason. They put it out there for a reason, trying to get the hype. But it comes to a point to where it's like, are they putting it out there on purpose to try to sway you in one way, or is it? You know what I mean?
I hear what you're saying. It could go either way.
Yeah,
I dig what you're saying.
And
like,
any way that it goes, it's still, it even now though, like with the exclusion, I guess, of kayfabe,
yeah,
it's still a good product.
yeah, absolutely.
It really is. Yeah.
Another one of my favorite things was that bro kick and claymore combo that
that was nice.
That
was nice.
Sheamus and
the Banger Bros, is that what they
the
call
Banger
them now?
Bro. Well, no, they can't. They don't call them that anymore because apparently they didn't know about Bang Bros.
I just saw that. I just saw that.
That's hilarious, man.
Yeah, so they're like, no, we're not gonna call them that anymore.
When I heard that name, I was wondering. I was like, did they?
I was like, are
Did
they?
they know that?
Yeah.
Did they know that?
Nope.
There was already something out there kind of like that.
Yeah, nope. I think my favorite highlight of the men's rumble was the appearance of Booker T.
Hey,
Booker T,
shout out to
dude.
my dog from the land, bro.
Hey,
H-Town, Texas.
you
What's
gotta
happening?
give it to the five-time
Five-time
champion.
5 times.
You know what I
I
mean?
think I said it for one more. 5 times. Hey, man, can you dig that?
Yeah,
got it.
absolutely.
Hey, dog,
One of
the
my
dude-
favorites.
The dude looks fantastic.
One of my
for
favorites.
He looks fucking fantastic.
56, was it?
56, 57, something like that.
Yeah, something like
You
that.
gotta
Yeah.
give a shout outs to Booker T, one of the favorite guys I've ever met.
One of the best.
And-
One of the best to ever do it.
He's been building it over there with his school, with the
Dope,
reality
dope
of
shit.
wrestling.
Dope shit.
And he's got, what's her name? She was just in the women's
Roxanne
Rumble.
Perez.
Roxanne Perez.
NXT
yes.
Women's Champ.
Yep, coming
Yep.
from the fucking reality of wrestling. Like, Booker T's doing his thing, man.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
dope. The guy is really like a real deal. I mean, he's from where I'm from. He's
Yeah.
a fucking role model down there, bro. Like, it's like people look up to that dude. I met him at a fucking Houston Texans game. I mean, the Texans suck, so whatever. But I met him at the game it was like a Colts game. I think they was playing against the Colts, and y'all met him in the elevator, and I was just like, "What the fuck, you Booker T? Like, he's crazy. He was the coolest motherfucker ever, bro.
Yes.
Like the coolest dude ever." And it's like, yo, and I mean, just Texas wrestlers in general are just
Yep.
shit. Like
Yep.
Stone Cold.
Well, think about it. That's where
Hell.
that's where, honestly, a lot of the shit started. You had fucking,
We got Stone Cold Steve Austin,
Stone Cold. You got Shawn Michaels.
Shawn
Fabulous
Michaels,
You got-
Freebirds.
the fabulous Freebirds. Yep.
Fucking Devon Eriks.
Yep,
You know,
Devon
you got-
Eriks.
You got fucking Eddie Guerrero, El
Speak-
Paso.
Speaking of the Von Erichs, have you guys heard about the
movie.
The movie with
Yeah,
Zac
yeah,
Efron and the
yeah.
dude from Shameless?
I'm interested to see what they do with that. Interested.
Absolutely, absolutely. Another big highlight was the return of Logan Paul.
The return of
Logan.
Logan Paul.
I was surprised, but like,
I didn't expect him to be back.
Man, that I
soon.
swear to God, it pisses me off how much I like that motherfucker.
He's good.
I
man.
honestly,
He's
good.
good.
I'm in the same boat
He's built
because
for it.
I felt like I hated him so much, but I felt like he's so built for this business. It's
But he's really
ridiculous.
turned himself around because he was a piece of shit. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
I mean, I think all this time in the WWE, all the training that he's doing, like
Yeah.
he's turning around. I was telling you, Mercen, about it earlier about how if Logan Paul continues on this track, he's going to be Miz
Yeah.
level.
Like he Miz 2.0. Really.
Yeah,
Logan-
literally.
Honestly, he has the potential to do it. I mean, it's you've seen him on the biggest stages, in the biggest spots,
Right.
and he delivers
Every time.
Every time, like that shit he did again at the what was it, Crown Jewel?
Yeah,
with
Crown
Roman
Jewel.
Reigns. Like he's holding that phone,
Yeah.
It's just
and just, like that was nuts.
Yeah,
like,
it was.
That was a big moment.
It really was.
And it's like you could fumble that, like you don't have the experience. You could fumble that, but he pulled it off like a pro.
we've had plenty of moments where we've had celebrities come in and do their thing,
Right.
but there's only been certain moments where we've had a celebrity come in and it fit in like a glove. Like
Do
he
it
was-
well. Like I can
He
only
was supposed to be there. There's
like-
only been a couple.
like Stephen Amell.
Yeah.
Stephen Amell was
Yeah.
great. The guy,
Bad Bunny.
Arrow,
Bunny
Bad
came
Bunny.
in and did his thing.
But I mean, other than that, I mean, there
It's
were
really not that many.
No.
Just
But-
fucking,
but the
fucking
thing-
Lawrence Taylor back in goddamn.
But the
what,
thing-
WrestleMania 9 against Bigelow.
But the thing is about them, they look like celebrities that are doing the thing and they're respecting the thing. Logan Paul looks like a fucking wrestler.
he does.
yeah, he looks like
He
You know what I
plays
mean?
the
He looks
part.
like
He comes in and he
belongs there.
looks like he's supposed to be there. When you see these other guys, you look like a celebrity's coming in here. They're doing their part. Yeah, they're doing a good job. But Logan Paul looks like he was a wrestler to begin with.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yep, yeah. He did his thing.
One more highlight. We gotta shout out Edge, man.
Oh man, that Edge spot.
Edge coming back.
He
Like,
came
that's-
through and he
that was
did his
dope.
thing.
He's Edge, bro. Like it's like
You gotta have that little nostalgia plug.
Yeah, it's one of them things. Like anytime you see Edge and you know what the history of what he's done and what he's brought to the business. You know what I'm saying? You gotta respect it.
And I
Like,
love that
he's
he-
He's a hard ass worker. Like
And I
even
lo-
back then. Like
I love that he came back with that old Alter Bridge theme,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
original.
yeah.
And you hear the Alter Bridge theme, and it's like it's nostalgia.
You hear it hits
Yeah.
you.
On this day.
It's straight nostalgia.
Yeah,
it
man.
reminds me of why I love this business to begin with.
Absolutely.
But Cody Rhodes winning is
Yeah.
That's what it was.
that was what should have
And
happened.
what was expected, and
That
that's
was
what
that's the biggest draw you got. Like the whole history, him coming back from the injury, what he did with Seth Rollins before the injury, like all of that. Like it's almost like it's meant for
Yes.
him to do this shit.
Yeah.
So this is the question though. What are they gonna do with that? So are they with Roman Reigns? Are they gonna split the titles up?
Yeah, I think
Before
they are.
Mania?
They have.
I think
No,
so.
I don't think before Mania.
So you think
So
they
it's
go-
gonna be Cody Rhodes versus Roman, or do you think there's gonna be Roman versus somebody else and Cody for another belt?
So what I think is going to happen is they're going to ride this Cody Rhodes Roman thing for the next 2 months.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go through WrestleMania Backlash. We're gonna go through Chamber,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're gonna end up at Mania. Roman versus Cody. Cody wins, and then maybe 1 or 2 pay-per-views later, he loses 1 belt.
So you
So
think Cody?
after Mania,
So you're saying you think Cody is taking both belts from
And-
Roman
and then
Mania,
losing
and then
them.
he loses one of the belts.
After
I think he keeps the
I don't thi-
WWE title.
the black
He's gonna-
title.
Yeah, he's keeping that one.
In my opinion, I don't feel like that's the right way to go because I feel like that's gonna make Cody look weaker.
I don't think so.
No, I disagree with that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I
don't
disagree with that.
I think as long as he loses the Universal title, because the Universal title is like the less
Yeah.
important
Who
of
does
the
he
big
lose?
title.
Right.
Who does he lose it to though?
That's a good question.
I'd honestly, I'd like to see him lose to Seth Rollins.
I would love to see
I wouldn't
Rollins
be mad
as
at
the
that at
champion.
all.
I wouldn't be mad at that
I wouldn't
either
be mad at Seth Rollins
because that
having
makes
another run.
and that makes sense because of their feud.
Yeah.
Right, and then so after this, and I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but from here, this is where we start losing the bloodline.
Yeah.
Roman loses the titles. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens become a tag team and take titles from the Usos.
Which makes sense
Yeah.
because
makes perfect sense.
I feel like the Usos are gonna break up because the way that they just did things tonight with
Yeah.
Jimmy
But we're
and
getting ahead though. We are getting ahead. We're gonna get to that.
Yeah, we'll
we
get
gotta
to
get to that. But we gotta get through the other shit first.
So, congratulations to Cody Rhodes for
Shout
being
out Cody Rhodes.
2023 Men's Royal Rumble winner.
American Nightmare.
best
Batman.
the only outcome I could ever
Yeah,
think because
he was
the
he
best
was the guy.
deserved.
He was
the
the
best
guy. He
deserved.
deserves it. Everything that he's done is built up to this.
Yes.
You know, he played the part. He plays the part well. It
Yeah,
fits.
absolutely.
It works. The history, the lineage, everything, man. Shout out Cody Rhodes.
The next match after the men's rumble was the pitch black Mountain Dew pitch black match.
Yeah.
My expectation, I usually make lists on like my notes and shit, right? I'll make my expectation list, my winner list, my highlight list. My expectation on this list was who cares. My winner on this list was who cares, and my highlight was Uncle Howdy, I guess.
And we didn't get no explanation on who was Uncle Howdy.
No, nothing.
I wasn't interested really to begin with.
I
I'll
feel
be
like
honest.
this was a quick cash grab.
It really was. It was pretty much just put Mountain Dew's name on this.
Put the logo in the middle of the ring. Put some, the little white lights and
Black
shit,
lights
the little
and-
black lights and
And
whatever.
honestly, this is the first thing something's like this happened since WCW.
Dude, it's been a while
Been a
since
minute.
we've had
Been
like
a
a
minute.
cash grab
Been
match.
a minute. Yeah.
What pisses me off the most is the fact that this is a total fucking misuse of Bray Wyatt and LA Knight. LA Knight is a great wrestler. He's amazing on the mic.
He could talk.
Yeah.
Fucking Bray Wyatt is Bray fucking Wyatt. And the fact that they were just like, nah, throw them in this fucking sponsored match that makes no fucking sense to anybody.
Right.
Nah, it wasn't a move.
It's
It wasn't
wild
at all.
because honestly, I've heard about LA Knight, but I really never seen anything until Raw 30.
Right.
Yeah.
And I watched him at Raw 30 and I was like, dude, this guy can fucking talk.
Like he's nice. He's nice on the mic.
Like
He's
that's the
nice on
first
the
time
mic.
I really saw him, and he grabbed me, and then I was like, I expected more from the Royal Rumble match after hearing him talk on Raw, and the way it was just.
I think it was poor. I think it was poorly executed, in my opinion.
It was a bad
feel
cash
like-
grab.
I feel like, there's really no real payoff to that.
Yeah.
There's really nothing of substance there, and they built it for like 4 months or some shit like that, something crazy. Like
Nah, they built it for like the last 2, maybe last 4 weeks.
They wasted
yeah.
Bray Wyatt's comeback. He came back out of nowhere for this.
yeah,
Come on.
they considering the name he already had, I feel like they definitely should have did something bigger with him.
Yes.
And they're gonna have to, or his comeback is gonna be obsolete. It's gonna be dull.
Yeah, they really need to hurry up with this payoff.
Yeah, I agree.
It
100%.
makes me wonder: is this Hunter Hearst Helmsley creative?
But he's
It has to
always
be. It has to be.
Or is this a Vince McMahon?
This is no way.
He's always been known, like Bray Wyatt has always been known for having the intricate, storylines and stuff like that. And I've said it before. I was saying it before the match even started that it's kind of hit or miss with him with them storylines. It's either they pay off really well or they don't. You know what I'm saying? And
So do you think, on this point, do you think Triple H is going for like a quick, like, I'm going to try to get all the stories I can get out?
No, I don't know.
Before, do you think he feels like he's going to get taken over from all
Well,
this?
no. I mean, as far as we know, as far as we've been told, as far as the leaks have happened, everything is still business as usual. And I'm using air quotes as I say that. But like,
Ben's back there like, hey man.
well, he's done it already on his, like, he's been spotted at Titan Towers.
Right.
And he's been said that, he's gone up to some departments and been like, y'all are doing this wrong. You know what I mean? So
Right.
we don't know any of that. As far as this match is concerned, though, I think it was just one of those things that just was not.
Skip it on the replay.
Yeah, pretty much. Like,
Hey, we tried it. It didn't work out.
let's move on.
Skip it on the replay.
Yeah.
So, and that's what we'll do. We didn't do our star review for the men's Royal Rumble. What do you guys give it?
I will give it 4 stars because it was good. It was good. I expected more surprises.
Yeah.
because of the dirt sheets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They hyped it up more than it came out to be. But altogether, it wasn't a horrible Rumble.
I'll give it a 3.5.
Mm-hmm.
It was. I expected what happened to happen. Yeah, I expected more surprises, like you said. It wasn't a bad. It was still pretty entertaining at the end of it all. But I'm comparing it to, and you always got to compare some shit. I'm comparing it to like you fucking Ric Flair winning the Royal Rumble.
Right.
Like 19. I'm comparing. Like I remember shit like that. Like Stone Cold Steve Austin winning in 01 and shit.
Yeah.
Like it's just like. I'm kind of put that on a pedestal, so it's gonna be hard to.
I remember Rey
top
Mysterio
any of that.
going number one.
So stuff like that. It's just but it was entertaining.
Yeah.
I'm glad Cody won. That was good to see, and I'm happy to see what happens in the future.
I think I'm gonna agree with you, Mercen. I gave it a 3.5. Pretty much parroting all of your guys' reasons. I was really expecting more surprises, more surprise entrants.
Yeah.
I was, wanting just a little more. I'm happy with what happened. I'm happy with the entire process, and I'm good with everything that happened. But I feel like it could have used just a little more. So yeah, that works.
That's it.
We're just gonna skip.
Yeah,
We're just gonna skip rating the pitch black match.
Not rating that. Yeah.
Fuck.
Rated Mountain Dew, motherfucker.
Rated Mountain Dew, because that shit is piss water.
You feel me?
The Rumble was crazy because at the end of it, I was like, wait. So I figured there was more matches.
Yeah. I remember you being like, "Is there anything else? Is there no?"
Like, nope. We get into it, bro.
The next match on the card was Alexa Bliss versus Bianca Belair for the championship. My expectation, of course, was Bianca to win. That's what we got. There weren't that many highlights for me. It was a pretty straight up match. Like everything was clean, nothing was super botchy. It was still a decent match, but it wasn't anything to cry home about,
Yeah, nothing stood out, I would say. Nothing really stood out. It was just kind of it was just pretty much a textbook match. There wasn't nothing special that happened. Mm-hmm. It wasn't nothing really memorable that happened, but it wasn't bad. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
The aftermath was what was expected, I feel like, because I feel like it was expected that Alexa Bliss was going to become part of Bray Wyatt again in the Funhouse, right?
Yeah.
It was kind of cool that we got that. Maybe that will lead Bray Wyatt into some more deeper storylines and some better shit. But
yeah, I mean, we got a little hint. We got another little hint of Alexa Bliss joining the Wyatt faction at the end of that, and that was pretty cool. But all in all, I'd give this a 3-star. It was a good match. Everything was fine. It was entertaining. But it wasn't anything crazy. I could have watched this on a Raw or a SmackDown.
I
agree.
I love Bianca Belair, but I feel like they're pushing her to the point of a Charlotte Flair.
She's becoming very Omni Flair. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say this. She's dope. She's talented. She's beautiful. She looks great.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of getting dull for her a little bit.
Yeah.
Just the persona is getting dull a little bit.
Yeah.
I loved Charlotte Flair, right? But they shoved her in your face so much that I became to hate her.
They do that with a lot of people.
And I feel like that's what they're doing to us with Bianca so much at this point.
And here's let me just finish this point real quick. I feel like at some point she's gonna have to make a turn.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah, and you know what I think would be dope, and we might be getting ahead of ourselves here, but we were talking earlier before we started this about Montez Ford.
Yeah.
Being getting a solo push, I mean, they're married in real life, together in real life. They could be the ultimate
Heel factor.
couple.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
that-
Holding
that-
straps.
That is huge
I
money,
could
bro.
Holding straps.
Do you know how beautiful that would look?
No, that would
Absolutely.
Like I can see that. I can envision that. I was saying it earlier. Montez, I feel like could go with anybody.
be hard. And Bianca's already been champion. That would give her that ultimate turn
Absolutely.
where it'd make that championship mean more in her point.
And it would be. I don't think it would be that hard, honestly.
It wouldn't.
Because she already has. She's from fucking Memphis, Tennessee, bro. She already has
She's the
that type of attitude.
EST.
All she would have to do is make it a little more angry.
And she's been a heel before. She's a great heel.
She could do
Yeah,
it.
she can do it. I think that
You just
might have to work. That might
They
be
just gotta
what's
be
next
them
for her.
cocky ass fucking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they could do it easily. It's big money for that.
And the thing about Bianca being a heel, she doesn't even have to do so much of a turn on her character because she's already cocky as shit. You know?
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
that-
EST.
just like what Mercen was saying.
Got the attitude. It's just all she would need to do is be a little more angry.
Yep.
Talk a little more shit, and
Absolutely.
it's a wrap.
That's it.
I think that's what's next for her. I think she needs that.
But
Absolutely.
But when it comes to that, what happens to what's Montez Ford's
They
tag team
just do
partner?
it.
Dawkins.
Dawkins.
Mercen and I, we were talking about-
actually talking about that on
What
the
happens to
side
Dawkins?
earlier too. It's
We both talked about how we were worried for Dawkins.
Yeah.
Because, well, just like with any tag team where one breaks off from the other, one gets the big push, gets all of the shine, and the other one just kind of falls into the mid card or the
Yeah.
low
Do
card.
you not think Dawkins has enough to
Oh, I-
do
I-
stuff on his
he's
own?
talented.
Or
He's super talented.
Yeah, but it does WWE see it?
That's the problem because usually when these things happen, history shows. When
Marty
these things
Jannetty
happen-
and Shawn Michaels.
Yeah,
We don't
perfect
want-
example.
I could
Bret
see,
Hart,
honestly,
Jim Neidhart.
Yep.
I can see Dawkins being part of he's got that New Day character to him.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, he does. But I mean, and we can speculate all we want, but like
Right.
the real question is, does WWE see that potential? You know what I mean?
That's the thing. And like again, history shows that in that situation,
It never favors.
somebody gets left by the
And
wayside.
it's a sad
bro.
game, and it's a sad game because NXT is not up as like where it used to be. So it's like even if you went back down, it's not like you're.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. No, definitely.
Yeah. I hope and pray that they don't just toss him somewhere.
Yeah, I hope not either. I hope.
He might just have to go to AEW or
He's
something.
got-
Yeah, something.
Something.
He's got potential, and it's just sad that his tag team partner's got a little bit more.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
With that, we move on to the women's Royal Rumble match. My expectation was for Becky Lynch to win.
Yep. I picked Rhea Ripley, and
I-
I was right.
Yeah, you both were.
I
You,
figured
Jordan,
Rhea Ripley would win because she's been pushed so much lately, and
Yeah.
I feel like she deserved this spot a couple
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah. I mean, she competed against Charlotte Flair.
Yeah,
a
no, I
couple years
mean,
ago, didn't she?
Rhea Ripley's a powerhouse. I mean, Rhea Ripley,
When-
she's been on for a minute.
Yeah.
Like,
And I was telling, I think we was all talking about it earlier. And when I was saying, I was a little hesitant on her winning because, like, I felt like she should win, but I was a little hesitant because of her role in Judgment Day and
Right.
how significant her role is
Right,
in
right,
Judgment Day. You
right.
know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
she really did put together
yeah,
the Judgment Day.
she's
'Cause
really the glue of that shit.
they were floundering before she came
Her
out.
physicality is shown that she's deserved this spot over the last couple of years, but in this last couple of months, her personality and her character has come out so much with
Right.
Judgment
Yeah,
Day,
absolutely.
and it's really cemented her spot to where she's a top.
Contender. Yep.
She took it to another level. Like
Yeah.
she took the whole thing. She and it was cool. It's cool how it gradually developed over time.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, it was just like it wasn't all at once. It was like slowly building towards what she's doing now. And what she's doing now is winning.
And I love to see her bringing Dominic's character out.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
man,
Absolutely.
He's making him
helping
more-
him develop so much, bro.
It's crazy because I remember seeing this as a little kid, dude. Like he was the same age as me, watching him come up. It was like him and Eddie Guerrero and the Rey Mysterio. I'm your papi. Like that shit was crazy. Now we're seeing him over here as like at the spot to where like it's
nuts, man.
No, it's good, and it's good for Dominic because we couldn't have gone if this really is the last hurrah for Rey Mysterio. We can't associate the two. You know what I mean? Like he can't live under Rey Mysterio's shadow if Rey Mysterio leaves.
Yeah,
you know?
It's way too big of a shadow. Like,
and this has been a good.
Them shoes are so hard to fill. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you have to do something to separate yourself.
And this has been a good storyline for him to kind of build his own character. Like
Absolutely.
the way he just did his whole thing where he got arrested and then he came back like as a vato. Like, you know what I mean? Like that shit was
It was funny, right?
Like it was good. He's like he's building his own character, and it's a beautiful. Like I like to see that.
Yeah. No, it was good. It's good. You know, it's like you said. It's only gonna be helpful for him because she's has a bigger profile after that win, and she's still connected to the faction. So it's only gonna help whatever they do.
Absolutely
rise at this point. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
One of the highlights for me was the return of Nia Jax at number 30. Like, holy shit.
Didn't expect that.
Not
one.
Not
that is not a name that popped up in my head.
Even the dirt sheets, like WWE kept that one close to the best.
I did not expect that, and honestly, I'm not hating.
Not at all.
Oh no. Well, hopefully Nia's taken this time to like train and not be so stiff, because that was like the big concern.
That's what I was gonna get to. That was the problem. She was hurting people in the ring.
Yeah,
and that was the issue. And I'm glad. I'm hoping that, like you said, she got that training and she's coming back, because she can have some bangers with a lot of these women.
I'm excited to see, because this gives me. You guys remember Karma?
Karma, yes.
This gives me Karma vibes, like
Awesome Kong.
She's in here to fuck, and it kind of disappointed me the way they did her in the Royal Rumble, because I expected her to come back
and just hang out for a bit at least.
She should have been Final Four.
Go in and destroy shit.
She should have been Final Four. Definitely.
If she's not gonna have a storyline coming into the Rumble, right? Like, what are they going to build from here? But if they were going to build something with her, like, I felt like they should have done something in the Rumble with her where she could have, like, been dominant.
Yeah.
I don't feel like they really made her dominant. They made her, like, a surprise. She came in and she was gone.
I will say that they at least didn't make her look too weak, because it took 11 women to get her out of there.
Yeah.
So they did at least do it justice with that.
Right. No, I agree. One of the, another surprise that I didn't see coming was the return of Piper Niven.
Whoa.
And
Dewdrop.
They dropped the Dewdrop name. They gave her back her name of Piper Niven, which I'm glad. I know that Dewdrop was a Vince decision. And so for Triple H to bring her back as Piper Niven was chef's kiss, bro.
Now that I think back at it, Dewdrop was kind of offensive as a name to a chick like her, right? Like,
yeah, that was kind of wild. And you know, I saw her perform as Dewdrop, and
she's good.
Thought that she was good.
Oh, she's great.
But I always was like, why the fuck are they calling her Dewdrop?
Yeah, no, I didn't.
I never understood.
Like, that seemed almost disrespectful.
That's what I said. I never understood that.
And then they spelled it all dumb too. D-O-U drop.
That was crazy.
I'm glad to see her come back as herself.
Michelle McCool coming out.
Yeah, that was. I'm sure the Undertaker was proud of that.
Yeah, you saw she almost tripped though when she.
She did. She almost.
Speaking of that, the botches.
Oh man,
there was a lot of spotty ass fucking sequences in this women's Rumble. Like
there was a few.
There were times where they were just like just swinging on each other. Like
Yeah.
you didn't even know what was going on.
Yeah, and you know, I know to a certain level, rumbles are probably a little tougher because of there's so many bodies in the ring at
Right.
one time.
Right.
So you might have some spots where it's a little like,
Right.
what are we doing here?
Right, but when it gets to a point where you're like looking at it and you don't know what's going on,
Yeah.
like
yeah.
it kind of takes away from everything.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
So with that, we got Rhea Ripley as our winner. Congratulations to Rhea Ripley.
Congratulations.
I expected, and
Yep.
I feel like this is going to be a banger of a WrestleMania match.
Absolutely.
Whoever she, I guess, chooses.
Speaking of, who do you think who will choose? Who do you
I-
think would be?
I think it's her and Charlotte is the
Yeah,
move.
I
That
think-
would be the banger. Of
I think
the
that's
match.
the move.
Yeah.
I think her and Charlotte would be a move. They both have very similar like styles. Like they're both very like strike heavy.
Yeah.
You know, Rhea has a few more slams and shit like that, but I feel like their styles complement each other better.
Yeah.
Even if she goes the Bianca route, like
That's gonna be great too.
yeah, they're
And-
both
and
powerhouses.
I know Bianca has expressed that she would like to do that.
Yeah.
Also, so
Yeah.
So
either way,
so who? So
If she faces Charlotte, she loses. If she
so?
faces Bianca, she has a chance to
you
win.
think she loses against Charlotte?
Charlotte is so fucking protected, bro.
yeah.
And
so
which
fucking
pisses, but honestly,
she's royalty, bro.
which honestly pisses me off because I don't think. Okay, I like Charlotte. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped listening to the Ric Flair podcast because this motherfucker was talking about every podcast about, hey, my daughter is the
Is
best
the-
wrestler.
yeah.
I mean,
Okay, I get how Charlotte
he's
Flair-
supposed to say that.
I know. I get how Charlotte Flair is. She's good. She's good, but she's not the fucking God's gift to Earth.
She's not.
Okay,
She's not.
I'm
She really-
sorry.
I agree with you there.
There's
I
a
agree with
reason
you
that
there.
the guys over at Wrestle Talk call her the Omni Flair.
You know what I mean? I'm sorry. Charlotte Flair is about to beat her dad's and John Cena's title reign, right? At 16 titles.
Right.
Yeah.
How long has she been in the business compared to those two?
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not even. It's
Well,
not
she's
comparable.
been here for a while. You know. what I
But
mean?
not to the point to where she should already be hitting that fucking point.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely.
Definitely
She
not.
needs another at least 5 to 7 years.
And it's
Yeah.
crazy
I was gonna say 10.
that they
really,
keep
but
being, and this shows you to where the talent is in WWE, where they have to keep feeding it to the same fucking people.
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
It's true. It is true.
But with that, we'll head to our ratings. What do you guys think?
Women's Royal Rumble. I'll give it a 4.
Okay.
Because I do think overall it was more entertaining than the men's Royal Rumble.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I did like the Nia Jax surprise. Like that was good. That was dope. I didn't expect that at all. And I like when things happen that I'm like, I couldn't even dream that up. you
Yeah.
know? And that was dope. But yeah, I think and expect Rhea Ripley, her performance just in the match itself, I think was great. So
Okay.
yeah, I'll give that one a 4.
I think I'm gonna have to agree with Mercen on that one. I'm gonna give it a 4 because against the men's, I feel like the men's Royal Rumble was predictable. We knew
Right.
if Cody Rhodes is like, we didn't know Cody Rhodes was gonna come in at number 30, but after a while we knew if he was gonna come in at 30, Cody Rhodes was gonna win.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, that shit had me guessing like the whole way through. I was like guessing Final Fours and getting stomped on
Yeah.
with my expectations.
Right.
But when it came to the women's, I felt like, okay, there were some surprises, but I knew Rhea Ripley was gonna win.
Yeah.
But it would. I'm not gonna hate on it because I got who I wanted to win. They didn't really like step on our fucking dreams or anything.
Right.
When it
Right.
came to it. You know what I mean? So like they gave us a little bit of surprise and they gave us a little bit of action and we got what we wanted. So,
Cool.
Yes, sir.
Very cool. I'm gonna give it a 3.5. I really don't. I think the men's edged it out a little bit for me.
Really.
Yeah, I think just due to like like how it felt to see Cody Rhodes back, seeing Ricochet and Logan Paul do that fucking springboard
that
cross.
insane.
But
That was insane.
I just feel like it had a little more production.
big
Pizzazz.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
just had just a little bit more spark. I think if the women's rumble wasn't so chaotic, and I know rumble matches are supposed to be chaotic, but if it wasn't to like the magnitude to where I was wondering like what's going on here, I think I would have given it that 4. But that little bit that took me out of the match, that took me out of the immersion, is what took that half a point off for me.
Do you think the women are trying to, like, we're gonna do this harder than the men did it?
I don't know. Maybe if they are cool, do that. I love when things like that happen, when that healthy competition happens, because it makes for good
We
fucking
need that.
match. Yeah.
We need that competition.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's what was happening. Cool. If I don't know. I just wanted a little more tightness. I guess a little less botchy, a little more. Just a little more out of it.
I feel like when it comes to a rumble, I'm always looking for that nostalgia.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's one of the 10-year events, you know.
Yeah, it's one of the big
in
four.
WWE. So, of course, you're expecting big
A comeback
big
or-
comebacks, and you're expecting that.
Yeah, I think so, and I feel like the lack of because I mean we got a good bit of nostalgia with Booker T. We got a good bit of nostalgia with Edge. We got good bits of that. I mean,
But they've got to build the new stories.
right, but
Yeah.
that's fine. But I mean, like Michelle McCool was all right or anything, but
Yeah.
she wasn't like I was never like, oh, Michelle McCool is that female.
I'm gonna be real.
even back in the day.
I hated that bitch, dog. I really did. Her and Lake Cole, I hated them when I was young.
Yeah, absolutely. See,
I did think that it was dope that Beth Phoenix showed up though.
yeah, I liked the.
And
but
she wasn't
then,
even in the match.
Yeah, she
That
showed up in the
wasn't even-
during
yeah,
the men's
that was-
rumble.
that was earlier. But yeah, it wasn't connected to the women's rumble.
Yeah, so
I did think it was cool that she was there though.
Thinking
But-
about that, is that building for a little bit of maybe a last Mania match for Edge?
maybe.
I could see. But I mean, if Rhea is going to the Rumble to face a champion, then because I was thinking if Rhea didn't win the Rumble, then it's got to be some type of setup with like her and Beth Phoenix
With Edge and the
with-
Judgment Day.
Edge and like something like that, right?
I see that.
But her going, she's won the Rumble, so she's fighting the champion
Yeah,
at WrestleMania. So it kind of leaves that.
I
out there.
don't think it's something that we should read too much into. I think it was just a one-off. I think it was Beth Phoenix just showing up.
This is all speculation.
Yeah,
Right.
we're just.
But what
We're just
if?
talking.
What if she wins the title? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then they try to build the feud to where SummerSlam comes around.
And it's Beth Phoenix.
Beth Phoenix versus Rhea Ripley for a title.
I mean,
That's a lot. I feel like that is a dope idea. I think, but I think that would take a lot more planning than it's worth. in my
Because I
opinion.
feel like if they're going to do that, they'd also have to build the title for Edge.
Right. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I think personally that Beth Phoenix showing up tonight at the Rumble was just
a
And
appearance
that a quick
that's that.
nostalgic feel.
Yeah.
with,
Yeah,
like
give you something. Hey, you remember her? the
it was a
glamour
it,
time
it was a
and all
Booker
that
T.
shit.
It was a
Yeah.
Michelle McCool.
just like they
Yeah,
let Edge
I
get a
get
quick
it.
fucking come in route.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let him do his thing.
I feel like we won't see any more Beth Phoenix unless she's involved in an Edge storyline.
I
I
think that's
feel
the
like if
only
we're
way
gonna
it
see a
can
Beth
really be.
Phoenix, it's gonna be behind the announcer's desk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That works. All right. So from there, we head over to the main event of the evening: Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Heavyweight Championship. So I, of course, thought Roman was going to win. Right.
Of course.
Um,
I expected it.
but And the match was good enough. You know what I mean? Like I think it started off really slow in the beginning.
Yeah.
And it got better like towards the middle and the end.
Yeah.
One of my highlights was, well, not much of a highlight, but a thing that kind of like caught my attention was that springboard moonsault botch
Oh my goodness.
from Kevin Owens.
He
That
almost crushed-
sucked because if he
almost
would have
crushed
landed
Roman
that,
Reigns' head.
and I know Kevin Owens could have done that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he was just trying to go too hard, and Kevin Owens needs to like, little settle down. You can go for your thing. We know you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just glad he didn't crush Roman Reigns' head, man.
Yeah, no, he
'Cause the
got
way he landed, like he was like maybe a couple inches away from
Yeah.
smashing his
He's
head.
really trying to do some Jeff Hardy, some RVD shit.
yeah,
I mean,
and he usually lands it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But
it was a decent match. I mean, compared to the other matches that they had, they've had way better.
But it wasn't a tiny botch. Like he didn't just barely miss it. Like he missed the whole rope.
Yeah.
Like he missed.
yeah, no,
He missed the whole thing. I give him credit for recovering as quick as he did.
Yeah, he went and did the moonsault, but he missed that whole rope.
we got that one ridiculous spot where Roman head whips Kevin into the stairs.
Oh my
There's
goodness.
no way that didn't hurt.
That had to hurt for real.
There's no way.
Oh man, that was
I
nasty.
can feel that in the back of my neck right now.
Yeah, no,
It's like you can't.
it looked fucked up.
You can't. How do you fake that?
You don't.
How do you fake tossing somebody's head into?
And if they
like
did,
that.
and if they did, fucking good
This
on them.
honestly reminds.
Fantastic.
Do you guys remember watching those old WWE DVDs? And you'd get those before the DVD would start. You'd get "Don't try this at home."
Right.
You know what I mean? Blah blah blah.
Over 50 years.
Yeah, that's what that reminded me of. Like this
Yeah.
dude really went.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
hit
Like it was one of those like when they did that promo or whatever, right? Where like they'll hurt somebody and the screen goes from color to
Yeah,
black.
and it's black. That's so good.
Black and white. No, definitely. And I mean, if they were able to make that look like they wanted to,
Yeah.
they nailed it.
They went hard
They
for it.
did that. They did that shit.
Um,
I honestly think the most entertaining part was after the match.
and you took the words right out of my mouth. Like
Yep.
that was so. Roman wins. Everything is great. The rest of the bloodline comes out, and they're just whooping on Kevin Owens.
They stumped a mud hole in
They,
that boy.
they were super kicking him, beating the shit out of him. They ended up cuffing him, which is weird because fucking Paul Heyman just like, I happen to have two pairs of hands.
Chicago.
Right here in my blue suit.
In my opinion, they pulled the trigger too soon.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
I disagree.
Anyway,
I disagree.
So they have him handcuffed, and they're beating the shit out of him, and they go and grab a chair, and Sammy stops him, and he's like, "No, you're above this. You shouldn't do this. This is beneath you. This is beneath you." And so Roman hands him the chair and is like, "You're right. You should do it." There's like hesitation for like a minute or two, and Sami Zayn hits him in the back with the chair, and of course the rest of the bloodline goes over to hit him, but the coolest fucking part to me was when Jay was like, "What the fuck, man? Like you were my brother.
Yeah.
I fucking confided in you.
Yeah.
You fucking this, that, and the other," and he walks out of the fucking ring.
Can we talk about how Jey Uso might be the MVP in this story?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Just the way
Yes,
he's
that-
played it, the way he's played this shit from the beginning.
He was the hater at first. Like
Yeah.
a vibe he gave me. Fast and Furious, like, damn, he's a cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's a cop. You know what I mean?
Comparison. That's a good ass comparison.
No,
That's
it's
what it
true,
reminds
though.
me of.
And for that to have been, coming from the beginning of this bloodline thing, from the very beginning during like the Thunderdome days, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and having it culminate right here. I honestly like the emotion on Jay's face and all that. This is the acting I wanted him to have in that busted ass commercial that they were playing this whole time, or that Papa John's commercial, where them two dudes were dry as fuck. Yeah, that is
Either way,
better.
if they're dry as fuck, I'm glad them giving them the spot finally.
Well,
they deserve this.
Well, I mean, it's great storytelling.
It is. It's really. This is the deepest storytelling I can remember in recent memory.
Such a very long time.
And it's good. It's all paying off really nice.
It's nostalgic.
It's great.
Giving me
It's
that
like-
old fucking Vince, the old when The Rock became the fucking corporate champion.
Oh yeah,
Right,
yeah, yeah.
It's giving me that.
Yeah, it's good, man. And it's there's so many elements to it that it's got so much substance and meat in it that you could keep doing shit like even after.
There's so many storylines that you can feed off of.
Say Roman loses the titles and all that. There's still so much more shit you could do.
Right, absolutely.
that.
And
And
it's just like we were talking earlier. Like from here, this is where the bloodline fractures because not only is Roman part-time at this point, he's gone the Brock Lesnar route. He's going into movies now. You know what I mean? Like that's what he's going to do.
He said that
So
himself.
my question is, do you think you can see the Usos becoming single superstars?
No.
I don't see that. I do see that. I mean, the bloodline is disbanding. It's happening. Mm-hmm. They're also gonna have to split them titles up off of them too,
Soya
because
Sequoia.
they've had them for a long time as well. Like Roman's had what they say 881 days.
881 days is
The
Is it the
Usos-
longest?
the
Has he got
Usos-
the record for the longest reign?
no
The
way.
Usos as undisputed tag team champions has got to be. I mean, I don't know if it's that.
It's been a year at least.
It's been they've
least
had
longer
him
than-
for a while, so they're gonna have to at some point, just for the worry of it getting boring,
Yeah, absolutely.
they're gonna have to get rid of the
In
titles
my
too.
opinion, I think the person that's got the strongest push besides Roman Reigns after this whole thing is going to be Sequoia.
Solo Sikoa.
Sequoia.
Yeah.
Sequoia. Yeah.
And I can see him having some solo bangers.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I mean, he was amazing in NXT.
Unless they
Did
decide
his thing.
unless they decide to use him like Samoa Joe, because he gives me Samoa Joe vibes. Like he's
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think after all this bloodline shit is over, that they'll be fine.
Absolutely.
The Anoa'i bloodline. You know what I mean?
man,
Like they'll be alright.
Yeah, they're all talented dudes. Like they all can hold their own on their own.
So can we all agree at one point that The Rock's not getting involved at this point?
Bro, we were all.
Yes, but I was just
The Rock's not
I
getting
was hoping.
involved at
I was
this point.
hoping.
Nah, I mean it's starting to look less and less like The Rock's going to show up around this time. I mean, it sucks because a lot of the podcasts, a lot of the inside scoops were saying that he would, but
Unless he shows up at Raw this week, it's
right.
not gonna happen.
I'm sad that he didn't, but I'm okay with what happened. With the fact that
They
didn't.
gave us something entertaining, and they gave us something that we can that we're still interested in,
Absolutely.
and that we'll still pay attention to.
And honestly, we could still expect a cameo from The Rock
something.
at
It
Mania.
can still happen.
Something. We can get
it's
something.
It's not out the question, Just
Maybe he's
because-
not gonna have a
just-
match,
I-
but he could still be there.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Just because he's not gonna be there in a match situation, he could still be there, and his presence can still be there.
Absolutely.
And he can still affect the outcome of the main event or whatever.
Yeah.
Like he could come out there, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes out there getting to it.
Yeah, maybe they build.
He might come out there and rock bottom the shit. out of
Maybe
Roman
that's how
Reigns.
the bloodline storyline carries on after Mania. You know what I mean? Like, he's like,
and who's to say that they might not be able to build to something next WrestleMania
Right, exactly.
or SummerSlam.
or SummerSlam.
Something.
Who knows?
We end up figuring it out one way. Or another.
Yeah, because time will reveal,
So
and
we'll
then
be
we'll
here-
see where it's leading to.
And
We'll
Nerd
be
Corp
able to-
will be here for Mania.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. We'll be here for.
100%. Live content on that motherfucker. We know what I'm talking about.
With that, we head to our rating of our main event. What do you guys think?
I'm gonna give it honestly. I want to give it 5 stars because the match was not bad. It was
No.
brutal. It was good. It was what I expected between Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens, and they gave us a good storyline.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give the match itself a 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give the story after that. That's 6 stars right there.
Absolutely. I'm going to agree. The match itself was a 3.5 for me, just the match itself. But the match with that ending spot was definitely a banger for me.
That was incredible. Like that's the type of shit that you want as a fan, that you want to, and you know, we're probably all used to the nostalgia going back to that.
Exactly.
And those super intricate, meaty storylines. We're used to that. And this is feeling like that.
Absolutely.
Sami Zayn is selling tickets.
Sami Zayn people got to put respect on Sami Zayn's name.
He really is.
So this is the shit that I've been saying, because I've been following Sammy like throughout his career, you know, in the indies.
When he was, what was his name? El Generico?
Yeah, when he was El Generico, dude, he had like a mask. And
I didn't even know.
Yeah,
about
he was the like only white luchador wearing dude.
On the indies, him and Kevin Owens were
and now
killing
he's
it.
the only white fucking Oos.
Yeah.
Like he's I guess he's great at beating the token white guy.
No,
But him and Kevin Owens, bangers.
Yeah.
when Kevin Owens was Kevin Steen, like
But all jokes aside, I mean, I didn't really know about Sami Zayn until NXT. And what I seen him do in NXT, I was just like, yo, this dude,
absolutely.
This dude is the truth.
When he was coming out with that ska fucking song.
He gets in there and he does his shit. And he's good. And I don't really think I ever seen him have a bad match ever.
No, he's
With
just,
anyone.
I've never
he's just
seen him
more
have
of a
a
joke
bad-
now.
Hell, shit, he fucking got in there with Johnny Knoxville.
I've
bro.
never seen him have a bad segment. Period.
Yeah,
Whether it's
yeah.
having a match or talking,
It's like he's a hybrid. Like he can do anything.
Absolutely. I have nothing but the utmost respect for Sami Zayn.
I
give it to him.
do want to take a second out of this podcast and say, rest in peace to Jay Briscoe.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
Jay Briscoe.
Rest in peace, man.
Big rest in peace to
Rest in
him.
peace to Jay
That
Briscoe,
match
sure.
that Jay Lethal and Mark
That was
Briscoe
good.
had
That was good. It was a good send off. It was a good
Tribute.
It was great. And you know, I didn't know. I of course I know the Briscoe name. I've seen some of the Briscoes matches. I watched a dog collar match they did that against who was that?
FTR.
FTR,
That
yeah.
shit was fire. Mm-hmm. It was just like I saw that before, you know, his passing. So it was just like, yo, like what the fuck? Like I was literally just watching this
It was just crazy.
a couple weeks ago.
I was just watching all their stuff, and it was just like, oh, they're about to come to AEW, and it's just a real sad thing, a real sad situation to see him go through that. Hopefully, his daughters make a full recovery.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And all respect to the family and shit. Man.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, it's loss. It's never no playbook to deal with loss. So
Yeah.
I just thoughts and prayers to everybody, man.
With that, we get our little WWE banner at the bottom right corner. From here we go to our rating of the entire pay-per-view. What did you guys think?
Entire pay-per-view, I'll give the whole as a whole. I'm gonna give it 3.75.
Okay.
I'm because it's like it was entertaining. There wasn't any like besides the main event, what happened there wasn't anything that was really unexpected. I mean, even that was kind of expected,
Right.
But just the way they played it out
Was
was fantastic.
absolutely.
So because of that, Yeah, I'm gonna say 3.75.
I think I'm going to agree with Mercen on that. I expected a little bit more. I did expect them to start off with the men's Royal Rumble like
No,
that.
Nah,
I
that
expected to
that
get a
was
little
crazy.
bit more matches into it. Let me ease into it. I expect a little bit more surprises. I felt like my expectations built me up to a disappointment. And with that, I'm gonna give them a 3.5. Altogether, it was a good show.
Yeah.
They gave me some. They definitely came in with their storylines. They did what they were supposed to do with them, and I feel like my nostalgic wanting led me into a little bit of a disappointment.
no. Okay. Yeah, no. I am also going to agree with Mercen. 3.75. The Rumble matches were great. The Bianca Alexa match was okay. The Pitch Black match was ass.
Dud.
Money draw.
Yeah, yeah,
Rated Mountain Dew, baby.
yeah. No, thank you.
This is not
Snap
promo.
to a
I
Slim
do
Jim
not
if
drink
you want
that
to.
shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, but honestly, overall, with the exception of the main event, like there wasn't really anything crazy or memorable about this pay per view. So yeah, I'm going to agree. So 3.75 is all around. And with that, we end our review of the Royal Rumble. Mercen, Jordan, I want to thank you guys for coming along with me.
Appreciate you having me, man.
yeah, thank
Absolutely.
you.
We'll definitely have you guys back on in later episodes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What's next? The Chambers. The Chambers next.
Yeah,
right?
Chambers.
Elimination
So,
Chambers next.
so let's.
We gotta do Chamber
Wonder
WrestleMania.
wonder what the hell's gonna happen there.
yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yes, sir.
Well, that concludes our episode. We hope you enjoyed it. As always, you can follow us on social media. On Facebook at the Nerd Corporation, a podcast. On Twitter and Instagram at Nerdcore Podcast. Or you can shoot us an email at nerdcorepodcast@gmail.com. If you're listening on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit that little bell notification. We want to get into as many nerdy ears as possible, and that's the best way to do that. We have a Reddit, r/Nerdcore Podcast. Tell us you love us. Tell us you hate us. Tell us we're great. Tell us we suck. Just come talk to us. If you love us and want to support what we do, consider supporting us on Patreon, patreon.com/Nerdcore Podcast. Several tiers of loot to have access to, from stickers and shirts to extra content and bonus episodes. We'd love to thank our Nerd corporate backers, Glenn the Simp, Fillmore McLaurin, and Jake Hurst, and our Nerd financial investors, Kim Nichols and Dallin Gilbert. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Dallin. Thank you, Jake. Thank you, Fillmore. Bork. If you can't make a monthly contribution, consider supporting us on PayPal, paypal.me/Nerdcorp Podcast. We want to have the best loot, give you the best giveaways, and give you the best nerdy experience, and that is the best way to do that. So, from all of us here at the Nerd Corporation, we thank you, we love you, and keep it nerdy, y'all. Peace out.
100.